shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on last year's national champion, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Paul.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Still looking, on the move. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. He caught it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Wolfpack! You want to talk about coming out and setting the tone and making your presence known immediately.
And every coach talks about it all during the week, how important it is to start fast. But coming out and executing, it's another thing. Great start for the offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Clemson's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The inside handoff. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going.
Turning it on! They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. It's complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Gets it out fast. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snatches it on the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the point after is good. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Leaves it with the running back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Jordan. The quick out. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Now adjusting. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got him. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Dropping back, it's Jordan. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could...
He's going to throw deep right side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Corners are going to bail. They'll run the counter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. DB's right up on the receivers. Quick release by the QB. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Takes the easy completion. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The give to the tailback. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw, make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for loss.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Jordan. Throws to the back. On target. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's knocked. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. NC State going up tempo. Just keeps swinging it. Quickly complete. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
So now it's second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man, it's Jordan. Moving away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wide open downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Such great awareness along the sideline and the ability to get that foot down for the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Off play action. Finds the tight end. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Tigers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into defense because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there in the Grove. They're up by 4 over Alabama. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He leaves it with his back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Buys a little time with his feet. Got him downfield. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. NC State quick to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Knox. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Wants to throw it. Going for 6. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, NC State. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Kane. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do. There he goes! And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
To the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, he hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent. You've seen the accuracy. That time,
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage, take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And now the lead is even bigger. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Extending the play. Throwing right. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
That ball hit him right in a bad spot. Right in the hands. Really unfortunate he didn't come down with that one.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Bought a little time, lets it go. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Blasted as he lets it go.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. A low line drive and short kick. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Zings it complete to the right. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Now on second down. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Going to swing it on second down. Makes the grab. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Wow, already up to 250 catches for his career.
That's a lot of catches. How about the consistency of this young man, the durability, the toughness? He's got all those characteristics, Palmer. 250
catches is impressive, too, because every week the defense knows they're trying to get this guy the ball, and still they cannot stop him.
Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Quick completion on the out. Still on his feet at the 45. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Flips it out to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Vaught Hemingway. They're up by 4 over Alabama. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to pass. It's Jordan. It's complete to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Catch in the middle, it's knocked. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught, close to the marker, it's knocked. NC State going up tempo.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gets the back moving. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab over the middle. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quick completion on the out route. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Tight end now in motion. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, NC State.
NC State started this drive with terrible field position, but now a little room to operate. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Jordan. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
In 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. This time he's got his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Sends it back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Gets it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they take it in for 6 more points. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Kane. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll go right back to him. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Clemson is quick to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Rides the back and leaves it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it, and they reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Unloads quickly. Brings into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. To the air on first down. Floats it out in space. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Give to the running back. Hard running there. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Number 10, set to kick off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They go to the draw. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And you can see why it's so tricky for a defense to have to stop these draw plays. Everything the offense is doing is telling you pass. The quarterback, the offensive line, the running backs delaying. You've taken your deep drop in coverage, and now you've got to rally and find the football and do it trying to avoid these big 300-pound bodies running at you full speed. Not an enviable task.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Wants to go up top on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Brings up second down.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Wants to go up top. Pucks it out of the air. And he's dragged down. NC State quick to the line. He wants to change this route. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Right down the middle. Rolls it in. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Wolfpack! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They get the touchdown, and the quarterback has a brand-new tattoo to commemorate the moment.
And I don't think the offensive coordinator's happy about that either. You don't want to see your quarterback get hit like that. Great job standing in there, though, and delivering the ball, even with the defense all over it.
Why not double the try total and go for two? He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He's into the end zone, and we've got a one-possession game in the fourth quarter. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Kane. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. It's a draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Slips through the line. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Stealing a score on special teams.
Well, they needed a momentum-shifting play. Playing at home, they're able to get the punt return and take it the distance. Pollock, he made one guy miss, and it was off to the races.
Great job. Secure the catch, make the guy miss, get towards that sideline, and just use your speed and get to the end zone. What a great game-changing play, and this place is going bananas.
After the score, they need this 2-point conversion to tie. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start off offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. From the gun. Rushes on him. Hauls it in. He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we're tied here in the final period. So So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on! He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Got his man downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie ball game. You need a stop. What an unbelievable job forcing the interception, creating an offensive opportunity for your offense to go out and win this ball game.
They'll try the run. Pass escapes him still on his feet. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
To the ground. He's got it again. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Wide receiver going in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Knox. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They go right back to him. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
Well, This running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And this offense trusted their quarterback. 3rd down and short, they give him the football, tell him to go make a play. Nothing open, what does he do? We're in field goal range. We're in a good spot here. Throws the football away, makes the right decision.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. We've got a tie game, and this defense will try to keep it that way with just a few minutes left.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Back to pass on 2nd down. And as he throws, just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
Here's the give off the left side. Powers through the defender. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. The last time they punted it went back for 6. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This is what you dream of, isn't it? Waning seconds, football in your hands, a chance to etch your name in this moment in the rich history of this rivalry. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
You've got to be impressed by what you've seen from this defensive line in the game because they're getting to the quarterback, they're getting sacks, and when they can't get there, they're putting their arms up and they're batting balls down. So impressive watching this D-line go to work.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. NC State will pick up the 1st down.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
There he goes. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Soften them up with a run. Now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Biggest drive of the game right here as we get close to the end of regulation. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. This one's complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Might be calling a hot route. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Snagged out of the air. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, there's no doubt where the quarterback's going to be looking in this 2-minute situation trailing in this game. Tonight, time and time again, he has been feeding this guy the football, already over 100 receiving yards, and he comes up with another big play for his quarterback on a 2-minute drive.
They'll try to run for it. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Offense facing 4th down.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, NC State.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Nerves of steel right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.